and welcome to All About the Joy Internacional, kinda.
Kind of. Almost.
Cynthia is in the house, and she's where?
I am at the airport on my way to Italy. Well, we're going to Switzerland first, but
Are you going to Switzerland first?
yeah, we have to
How did
stop
I
in
miss
Switzerland.
that? Oh, you have a stop in Switzerland and a layover.
Yeah, I layover. Yeah.
Because it's not your personal jet. You decided to fly commercial this time. You just want to have fun in the commercial world of flying, taking your personal jet.
Yeah,
So you have
see
a
how the
layover?
regulars.
Wait, what?
I said to see how the regulars do it.
Not
Just
like us
kidding.
bougie people, you know what I mean? Let me see if I can close this out. Hey,
Oh,
Melanie, how
Melanie.
are you? Rick's gonna be on hopefully a little bit later. He's just running late, but he just texted me, so I said we gonna go on early right now so we can talk to Cynthia before she boards her chartered flight. No, it's so funny. Okay, so you land in Switzerland. It's a layover. How long is the layover?
Just an hour. It's not too bad.
Oh no, that's gonna be. Oh, they're just refueling or something.
Maybe. We don't know.
See, because I always get worried when I have a layover that's that short and they have to move like stuff from the plane. Oh, I shouldn't tell you that because then you lose your luggage. Like this. I mean, that's why I only bring a carry-on, but I'm sure you brought more than just a carry-on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so an hour and then you're off from Switzerland, you're going to Venice, right?
Yes.
Oh my
And then
God.
we're
And then
on the ship.
wait, so how long are you in Venice? Just a day?
Yeah, so we leave tomorrow night, 8 p.m. from
Wow.
Venice on the ship. Yeah.
Okay. And then you get on, I think, the worst part of the whole trip, which is the next 2 weeks, right? Is your cruise.
hmm Around
um,
Europe.
wow. You're gonna have so much fun. So I would like a large t-shirt, especially from Greece, because you're gonna be in Greece, which I think is the best part.
Yes.
I don't want like a cheesy t-shirt though. I'm just saying. You
Okay.
know. Hot men, give them my number freely. You know my type. Find out what's in their bank account first. Important.
Juan wants to know what kind of alcohol you want.
Oh, I don't want alcohol.
She
Hi,
doesn't want
Juan.
alcohol.
Why does he
Say
think
hi,
I'm
Juan.
some big drinker? Okay, but Juan, you're live now.
Yeah, you're live now. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah. Why does he think I'm a big drinker?
He thinks everybody's a big drinker.
Because he doesn't drink?
He doesn't drink. We're live, but
Yeah, but please, it's okay. We're just no, but I don't think it's funny because he has a perception of me of being like a drinker. It's okay.
yeah.
I'm a floozy, but I'm not a big drinker. That's where his confusion must be. That must be what it is.
Listen, he
So
thinks we're big drinkers.
he thinks you guys are big drinkers?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess
You
it's
should
all
see
relative. Like I'm not a big drinker. I have 2 drinks and I'm out. You know what I mean? So, okay.
Same.
So, what are you most excited for the trip?
Just to be in the sun and at the beach.
Yeah. See, I have that all the time here. That wouldn't be my
Yeah,
thing.
I do too, but
Come on, I gotta get a little dig in there. I'm jealous. Not of the cruise part. Now, see, if we had coordinated this well, I could have gone out with you, stayed in Switzerland or Venice while you guys go on the cruise, right? Vaya con Dios. And I could have gone and hung out with Nazim or, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
I was going to say one of my clients, but yeah, that wouldn't have been fun because somehow I would just be doing work. You know what I mean? Like one of my clients has a what is it? A villa. A villa?
Mhm.
I don't think they're there right now, but still, you know what I mean? It would be like work.
Right.
So what are you most excited about? Besides the beach, whatever, what country?
Oh, Greece.
Yeah, I'm so jealous.
Greece
Damn.
and Croatia.
Croatia, I would be interested because I told you I used to date a guy in college who was from Croatia. His name was Sasha. Actually, his name is Alex, but Sasha, you know what I
Oh
mean?
my
Like
God, that is so funny that you said that. So my coworker, her son's name is Alex, but her mother, who is Russian, used to call him Sasha.
because that's the translation. He was
Yeah,
Russian too. Alex was Russian.
that's so funny.
Wait, I'm saying it, and he was from Croatia. But so like his mother and father, one was. Anyways, here's my point: is he is not dead. I'm acting like he's dead. He's dead to me. I'm just kidding. He's actually a doctor in Washington or something. So
Oh, nice.
yeah. But we still don't talk. We talked. I tried to reach out to him. Anyway, I don't want to talk about him. He's dead to me. You know what I mean? Oh, hold on one second because Restream is responding to my question. Never mind. I am live now. Thanks. Like, anyways, I hate
Don't
these
you
things.
love how they respond like at the wrong time?
Well, it was my fault because I didn't know you were going to jump. Oh, wait, he answered my question. Only the host and co-host can see the notes. So Restream has a new feature where it came up because whenever they have their new feature, they also show you here. And it's notes. So I can like write notes or whatever, like if I want to remember a scene or whatever. But I was asking if I write that, can everybody else see it? You know what I mean? Like because I didn't know. So he's just answering. Thank you, Den. I know you can hear me. So I'm not going to try to type anymore. Bye. No, I'm just kidding. Like, bye. Okay, and the family, the rest of everybody is already there, or did they just
They're
leave
on their
earlier
way.
today?
They
Mhm.
left a little earlier, yeah. So they're on
Okay,
their way.
and I think it's going to be a good trip. I'm feeling very positive
I
of
hope so.
traveling with family because I know that's always a problem. Oh, hold on one second. Hi, Rick. Oh, she's listening.
Oh,
Are you listening to them?
I'm listening.
Okay, so Rick,
Yeah.
Cynthia's at the airport. How you doing?
Good, good. How are you?
And she is waiting for her flight, which is going to be in, I guess now, 13
Yeah,
minutes.
they're starting to board.
Nice.
Oh, do you want to say goodbye to Rick then?
Adios.
Hey, look at have a beautiful trip. Please text me once in a while and send me a picture or whatever. And you know what I
Yes,
mean?
I will text you
Um,
once we land so you know that we're all there and all
no,
good.
no, that I'm not worried about. I'm worried about when you're all there and family. You know what I mean? Like, so take a breath. All right. I love you. Bye. Tell Juan I said
Love you.
bye.
Have a good
Bye.
trip.
Okay,
Have a
bye,
safe
Juan.
trip. Bye, Juan.
Bye, Juan.
Bye. Te quiero mucho. Bye. Okay. Bye.
Adios.
Bye.
So
Uh,
cool.
You might have to. Oh, hang on.
I got you. I got you. She's so cute. How
Yeah.
are you, Rick?
Good, good. You know what was funny today was I had to call a particular company to see if they had something in stock. And she goes, "Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to refer you to somebody else because I'm on a plane right now." I was like, "Oh,
So
sorry."
funny, right? That's what's going on today. Well, welcome, Rick. I know you were working on something else, so it was totally cool. I would have gone on by myself. I really would have, but she came on. And you know how much fun that would be if I had to come on by myself. You know what I mean?
Mm,
It's not like I
yeah,
haven't done it in the past, but it
I
would.
do it every day. So,
I know I told you again, is different though, right? Like you're speaking from a place. I'm not saying it's better or worse. I'm just saying it's a little bit different.
mhm,
I'm
I
not
get it.
talking about one subject every single day, and it's better if you have
Hmm.
somebody to talk with. And I'm always prepared to be by myself.
Hmm.
It'll just be a shorter show. It'll be a Carmen talk. You know what I
Mm,
mean?
yeah,
But
yeah,
I don't want to do that
yeah. Hey,
unless I'm doing it
Melody.
by myself.
Right.
What?
I was like, "Hey, Melody."
Oh, I already said hi to her. She always on with us in the beginning. But
She's
yeah, you
faithful.
should say hi to her. You know what? She's not only faithful, she's I mean, I'm using it out of context because when you say it, I think you mean religious, but what you meant
No, I
was
mean like
faithful
loyal.
to the short, right? That's what I was gonna say, loyal, but then I realized that's not what you meant. You meant loyal. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, I appreciate her because she always says hi. And there's always people on here, they don't anyways, I get more nervous. Like if Melanie doesn't show up, I get nervous about that. But I don't think she's ever missed the show once.
Oh, yeah, I think you're
She
right.
usually maybe has to jump off because I know she's been working a lot. Like
Mhm.
I thanked her on a DM, and then she told me that she usually works when we're on, and so I really
Right.
appreciate that even more. But there's always a certain amount of people that come up, where you can see the count. And
Mhm.
I get a little sad when that is in the first 20 minutes. Not bad, but because anyways, you know how I am. So how
Yeah.
are you doing today?
Doing good, doing good. We had a little mini celebration before the bigger one on Sunday. So yeah.
Okay, wait. First, we have to talk about something first. We got to talk about because that's on my list. That's on my list. So the reason why I named the show "Dear Mama" is because Melanie said I may have been late once. Oh my goodness! It. I just appreciate you, girl. No, where you can come and go and do whatever you want. I just appreciate that you've
We're
been
docking
on the
your
show.
pay, Melanie.
I know, right? I wish I could pay people. I swear to God, that's the dream, right? But here's what happened. So yesterday or last night, at some point when I came home from work, I saw that you had posted something that said "Happy birthday" to your mom. It was
Mhm.
really sweet, and of course, it was like 6 or 7 hours later, but I didn't even see that. But I totally freaked out because my mom's birthday is on June 12th. And I was like, there is no way that
Mm,
Rick and my mother's birthday is on the same day. So I think it
right.
was honestly, I don't know, 1 o'clock in the morning your time. It didn't even dawn on me because I was shook by it and I text you.
Mhm.
And of
Yep.
course you answered back. Did I wake you up?
No, no, I was still up.
Oh my God. I don't know how you do that. But anyway, you text me back and you said, no, her birthday's on the 13th.
Right. Because
So
for me, it was already the 13th because I'm on East Coast.
oh, that's right, but you posted it earlier. Wait.
But it was after midnight. I purposely waited till after midnight.
Oh, but
My
that's after 9 o'clock my time.
right.
Oh, that's why. Okay, so
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah, yeah.
totally panicked, and I was shook by it, But here's the thing that's still cool. So 12th and 13th, and then, Billy, my brother from another mother, his birthday's on the 10th, and our Andrea's birthday is on the 11th.
Mhm. Yeah.
So it's 10, 11, 12, 13, and then your son is also on.
She's on the last day of the month on 30th. Yeah.
Right. Well, that's cool too. It's kind of cool too. But
Yeah.
anyway, shout out to all the birthdays. I thought that was kind of cool. Andrea is also, I believe I think they were landing in London. So
Mm.
Andrea's also out of the country and she will be in Germany with her daughters and stuff. So yeah, the two of them are gone. Can you imagine
Wow.
how rude they are? Didn't bring their laptops to just come on in. No, I'm just kidding.
Was it
So
a pleasure or business for Andrea?
oh, no, her kids no, it's pleasure, and,
Oh, okay.
Andrea is going back to Germany. She lived in Germany for a while, and so she's going back there to revisit some places, and she's excited to bring her
Mhm.
daughters there, and so that's
Cool.
kinda cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a big travel time for people in the summer. I
Yeah.
forget that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's true. True,
yeah.
true.
When you were not, having to take care of your mom, did you travel a lot more? I mean,
Nah.
you're not a traveling person?
Nah. Not really.
Okay, is there a reason why? Like,
Um,
or you don't wanna talk
money.
about it?
Money's a big thing,
Yeah,
but yeah, plus it's like if I'm gonna go somewhere, I don't really wanna go alone, and I'm like, "And who do I have to go with? Not really nobody." Um, Mom doesn't even have a passport, so and that's a
right,
whole story and a half
right.
to get into why, but, um,
Okay.
yeah, but I have been to Portugal when I was in 2nd grade. I've been to
Yeah,
Bermuda 3 times, and I've been to Canada multiple times, many times
right.
'cause
I
I
feel like
love
Canada doesn't count. No, I'm just kidding. It does, but I think we've all been there one way or another. I
Yeah,
love Canada, I do. I didn't mean to say
yeah.
that. I
I used
meant
to
it
think,
more like
like, "Why do I have to show you a passport? You're practically us anyway." Like
exactly, like, that's the whole thing. I'm like, somehow that doesn't count. So, of course it counts. We love Canada.
Mhm,
So that's cool. I wanna talk about favorite moments with our moms. I know
mm.
I didn't prepare you for that, but that's why I called it Dear Mama. There's a rap song, for those of you who don't know. I know if Tony was here, he would be like, "Oh,
Oh,
duh."
yeah.
But it's, Dear Mama by Tupac Shakur, the late Tupac, and great Tupac Shakur. It's one of my favorite rap songs, but it's more the storytelling, right?
Mhm.
But he's talking to his mother, singing about his mother and saying, you are appreciated is the
Mhm.
other part of the song. So I was just thinking, do you have, I'm sure you do, or do you want to share any really cool moments about your mom? And I can go first, but I don't know because I didn't prepare you for that. So
Well, speaking of that song, I remember, I think it was last year when I finally saw the video to that song. I was like,
I
"Oh, that's
sent it
really
to you.
nice." Oh, it was you to say, okay, that's why then.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But I think of that other, who's the guy that died? The one that sings Mama. Who sings that?
That
Mustache.
I can't figure that one out. I don't know what the song is you're singing.
He
It might
sang
be a
it in
song I don't know.
concert, like his last concert even. He sang it to his mom as she
But
watched.
sing it.
That's all I remember, just like, "Mama." He has a thick mustache. He
It's
died
Freddie
of
Mercury? Is that
he
what you're
died
talking
yeah. I couldn't think of his name.
about? He died a long time ago, but yeah,
I
that's
know,
Freddie
but
Mercury.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
of that when I think
That's
of
a
Where's My
very
Mama.
famous song. You're so
Right,
funny.
because that's the only reason I know it, because it's that famous.
Um, I'm just trying to think of the name of the song. It's killing me. Okay, somebody in the audience. I'm like, okay, anyways, it's Freddie Mercury, but it's so
Mhm.
funny because he's died like a long time ago. But yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and Freddie Mercury is one of my favorites, Prince. Anyway, we don't have to go down that whole road. You know what? It just hurt me when you just sang that song. I don't know why.
Did Prince
Um,
ever do a mama song? Like a song about his
I don't know.
mom?
I'd have to hear it. I don't know. So Prince would do certain covers of certain songs. I don't recall if he ever did a cover of uh anything by Queen, which is
Mhm.
Freddie Mercury is
Right. I just
Queen,
thought
right?
since he wrote so many songs that maybe he had one for his mom, maybe.
Well, I don't know. I mean, as I know this is sacrilege to all fans of Prince. I don't know every single song of every single artist I love. And I know the song you were talking about, can't think of the name of it. The thing is, it is like it's like happy birthday. Everybody should know this song. Because that's not the chorus. I'm just a poor that's just the beginning. What you're singing is
Oh,
the
that's in the
beginning.
same song?
I think so. Okay, now you're gonna
Oh,
make me
okay.
look it up. I don't know. Now I'm getting confused because the part you sang is not it's a beautiful part of it, but it's not the whole song.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna be condemned by Queen fans, Prince fans right now with thank you. I just wanna say thank you so much
Because
because
I
I'm
think I
totally
remember he did, like,
offended.
a huge concert, and it was televised, and he said his mama was watching him sing that song, and I was like,
Well,
"Aw."
maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I don't know if he wrote the song for her. I
Oh,
don't
I
know.
don't know.
I don't know everything. I know it's a shocker. I know it's a shocker. I don't
My heart
know
just stopped. Oh.
everything, right? I know what I know, and then there are things I kind of don't know. So favorite moment of your mom. Okay, I'm gonna go first because you're gonna deflect. You know, you're like,
Okay.
you don't know much trouble I just had today with my mama. You know what I mean? Like,
No, it was not a bad day.
no. So look at again, my mom died when I was really little.
Mhm.
So I don't remember much. And that's what sometimes I focus on that I wish I remembered. Like I don't remember what she looks like. I have some pictures, but they're not really of when I was a kid. It's like before she had
Mm,
me, or you know what I mean? So I think that's always a sadness for me to not be able to remember.
yeah.
And then sometimes when I do remember, it's fuzzy. Like it becomes like a montage of like a Maya Angelou, you know what I mean? Like other
Mm,
people who I think represent something of my mom
right.
or you know what I mean? So it's always weird. So I was trying to think about it today and I was like, there's a photo of me and my mom that I have. Oh, I should have. We're wearing a photo booth and I'm really little.
Uh,
And it's the only picture I really think looks like what she might have looked like
mhm.
when she was alive and I was around her, but I'm really small in that picture. I'm really a
Mm.
little kid. So I like that picture, but the memory of my mom that I think I remember most is her. Yes!
Oh, that's
Thank
the
you,
song.
Melanie. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you. It was a friend who remembered it. Thank you. Because I'll get enemies who are like, "You're so
I didn't know the mama part was part of that song. I thought it was a separate song.
yeah," and I would play it here, but I can't.
No, 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 no,
So,
no, no. But you
but
know,
yeah, I'll
of
send you
what
the
you were
video.
just saying though, kids
Mhm.
today they're taking for granted. Like everybody got pictures of everything today because we got the phones and everything. So they take it for granted. We didn't have that when we were little. Now,
No.
my house, my mom took a bajillion pictures of everything. So we got
Really?
tons. Oh my God. Books and books filled with pictures. Yeah.
So, but here's the thing, like, are they Polaroids or whatever
A
they were
lot of
back
them are. A
then?
lot of them are. But
So I remember, and this isn't my mom, but I remember vaguely as a kid that we didn't have cameras. Like they were
mm,
expensive back then to have a Polaroid. I can't even say that word very well, but Polaroid. And it would come out. So you'd have a camera for all the
mhm.
kids who were listening, and it would be bulky. It would be kind of big. It'd be like
Yeah.
maybe
Like,
half of this, right? It would be like half of this thing or something, right? Like that.
yep.
And you would take the picture. And by the way, you had to pose.
hmm
You had to wait a minute as the person posing,
Yeah.
but you couldn't be like, okay, now, no, you had to
And
pose.
the button was like a slider on the bottom, and you got to go.
Yeah,
It was kind of awkward. I'm like, because
it
how do you not
was
shake the camera and do it at the
right.
same time?
And you would go whatever, and
hmm
then it would come out right then and there. And that
Yep.
was kind of cool. And it would be all white, and then it would fade into the picture. It would take,
Right.
I don't know, like a minute or two. And
hmm
I forgot about that. But that was a really cool kind of thing. But we didn't appreciate it then. But we couldn't
Yeah.
really afford that. So that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I don't know if it's we didn't have a lot of pictures, but I think we did not because we
Mm.
didn't have a camera all the time or the film because you had to buy that film all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. My mom, she was crazy with that. And then she had the little
Really?
square bulbs that you had to put on top, and they got
Oh, for the
hot.
flash, for the flash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
They
my
got hot too. If you touched it, you were getting burnt. After that thing went
oh my
out.
God, Rick, I forgot about that. So on our
Yeah.
phones, it automatically changes a lighter. You can whatever,
hmm
but you had to buy and you'd screw it on.
Yeah. Yeah. He had like 4 times. It was a square.
That's right. Oh,
Yeah.
right. Each flash was a picture, and then you used all four, and then you had to use another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have that on a regular basis. I'm sure of it now. Or you would have a camera, not the Polaroid,
hmm
and then you would take all the pictures that you were allowed that the film, it was like a little film canister, and you'd put it into the camera, and
35
you would take
millimeter.
whatever.
I think
Look
that's
at
what
I
it's
don't
called.
even know. You would take the pictures, and it'd be like what, like 25 or 30 pictures.
Yeah, something like that.
Hey, every kid in the room pay attention. You would then take the canister out, the film
hmm
canister out, and you would walk your butt to the local photo shop or grocery store that would handle it or
hmm
whatever. And then you'd have to wait like 7 days to pick it
Yeah.
up.
Yep. Yep. It's true. Photomat, I think was the place we had here. It was here. It was like a little booth. Like it wasn't even like a official building. It was like a little booth, and I'm like, you sit in this little thing. Like, where do you do all the work?
That's
Like they
so
must send
funny.
it off, obviously.
I remember we would go into the grocery store, like maybe there was like a little annex or something, but we'd be in the
Mm.
grocery store and you could leave them and then we would not we, but you could pick it up the next time you came shopping or something, or like, but it would always be like at least 5 days and then you had to pay for that.
Yeah.
So like they did it for free. And remember they came in those white envelopes and you'd
Yeah.
get
Oh
so
my gosh. We
excited,
still
right?
have some. I'm sure we have some here. I'm sure.
That's so cool. So you would go and you would pick up your pictures a week later and you'd be excited and you open it up and the worst feeling was when you would open it up and it would be like blurry, blurry, blurry.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and
Yeah.
then there would be like two great pictures or something. But when it all came out great, it was awesome. But
Yeah.
oh my God, I hadn't thought about that in forever.
Yeah, I remember we had like one that was like a rectangular like this, and that had the bulb thing. It was just like a little button on top. Then we had like one like this,
Well,
but it
those are
actually
ones
did
they
have a
use for
flash.
weddings. I see those a lot still at weddings because they
Hmm.
put them on every table at the reception, and then people. So there has. You're right. There's still these places that do that. You're right. There has to be.
And the
Oh, red
oh
eyes.
yeah, that's another thing too.
Yes, that's right, Melanie. My
Now we got
goodness.
Photoshop to get rid of that mess or
Yeah,
whatever. But
and it automatically does it too. It can fix it too.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
What were you saying about the flat ones?
Um, I
All
forgot.
right, I interrupted you. It's all good.
That's all right.
But what are some good memories you remember with your mom? And if you don't, it's okay. Just
One
maybe
thing
I'll.
was her cooking. Whew. Cooking
Oh, she
was
could cook.
oh, she could cook, past tense. She could cook. Oh, yes, she could. My God. Kodak box camera. Oh, I
Yeah,
remember those too. They were like disposable ones. You
you
used it
gotta
once.
say. Remember, there's a podcast. So
Mhm.
Melanie just said my
Right.
dad had a Kodak. Kodak
I
box
did that too.
camera. I know, because it's been so long. No, the only reason why I say that is because again, I'm always going to complain about editing until I have an editor. Sorry, you're all going to have to hear it again. Because what ends up happening is if I don't mention it, it doesn't make sense in just the
Right.
audio version. And then I have to figure out a way to edit it out. And what ends up happening that's really hard is if we go back, like we talk about something else and then we talk about, oh yeah, when Melanie said, da, 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 I have to go find that too. Not disposable.
Yeah, but I remember they had disposables, and you literally took the pictures, and then you turned the entire camera in for the development of the pictures, the whole thing.
I think they still do that at weddings. That's the only place I've seen it because they want every table at the reception to have a camera and not just use their phone. So they ask you to take pictures and then you give it back to the bride's cousin or whatever's happening, and they get them developed. And yeah.
And that reminds me of something else. I don't want to get off the mama thing, but that reminds me of that post I sent you about the controversial guy that did the favor of taking pictures and they wouldn't feed him. Did you read that thing I sent you?
Yeah, no, I did see that. I don't know. I mean, if we're going to talk about it, and we can, I don't mind at all.
Yeah, no, we can talk about the mom stuff first, but yeah.
No, it's intertwined. It's fine. So the video post was like an Instagram or TikTok post, and it was about a guy, a photographer took a bunch of pictures at a wedding, and then he wanted a plate of food, and the people got upset. I forget what the last part was. They got upset about it. Or is that in the comments?
They said the wedding was a shoestring budget, so he asked his friend if he could do him a favor and take the pictures, and he paid him for $250, which everybody's like, that is ridiculously cheap. And so he took all the pictures, and then he's like, I'm kind of starving here. Can I have some food too? And they said no.
So here's the problem I have with all of this. Number one is just the comments went back and forth before I make my statement on it. So people were saying he was paid, he's a professional, he shouldn't expect to have food. That was kind of the thing, right? Like, you're getting paid for a job. You're not there to eat. You have to do your job and, I don't know, starve to death or whatever. I don't know. And then other people were saying it's just common courtesy. It's just, you have someone come and work for you. And then I thought I read something where people were like, well, they're not feeding all the crew that put up the tents or, and so I guess I don't know. Here's my thing. But why don't we hear your perspective? What's your perspective?
Well, the thing that's different is that was his friend. And he told his friend, no, you can't eat. Like, what? First of all, I'm doing you a favor, giving you a stupid cheap price. And you can't let me have some food for real. And then one of the comments was like, well, what if it was something super expensive and they just had shoestring budget?
Yeah.
It was not expensive.
Here's the thing, that would actually be worse to me. Why are you paying me only $250 if you spent so much more on, you know what I mean? Like, that would be weird.
Yeah. But I feel like, give the man some food. That's your friend. My God.
But even if it wasn't his friend, like,
let's say it was,
I just think there's a weird, I've been saying this for a long time, a weird idea of what manners are, what common sense is, what courtesy is. I mean, it just, to me, if somebody's like, hey, can I grab a plate? They shouldn't even be asked. Like, he shouldn't have even had to ask. You know what I mean? Right. Hold on. I just need to mute myself for a second.
Yeah, because I would have been like, even thinking about him, like, hey, are you hungry? Like, you've been doing a lot of work, blah, blah, blah. I would have asked before he had to ask. I would have offered.
I have never been to I've never worked at a wedding, so I guess that's different. But I have never been to an event anywhere where there's food that I didn't feel like I could eat something. That, and you know what I mean? And maybe, I don't know what professionals go through, but so that's tacky.
We still didn't say the punchline of what happened.
Oh no, tell me.
How he got petty. He deleted all the pictures. We forgot that part. He deleted them all. I'm like, bro, what? That's yikes. I mean, I understand you're mad, but that's somebody's one time in a lifetime memory.
Yeah.
That you just deleted.
Okay, but that's your friend.
Right.
And you just dissed me, probably embarrassed me. Right? He probably, that's a friend? Come on.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm petty when I need to be petty. I am. I will admit it right now, especially when it's something stupid like this. That's just,
Hmm.
and I know it's mean, but maybe what he did was he just said he deleted them. I
Right.
mean, that is probably like in the heat of a moment of an argument. Maybe I would have been like, I just deleted them. I'm out. And I would have left or whatever, but maybe he didn't. And maybe in a few years he might give it, you know what I mean? Like, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I have no problem with his reaction.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if it wasn't a friend, I would have been like, but that's your friend. What are you doing? Like, I know, still, you should have gave him food either way, but that's your friend. You can't give your friend some food? Seriously? Somebody said, why didn't he bring a lunch? Hey, Charlie,
Hey,
the
Charlie.
photographer deleted all the wedding pictures because they wouldn't give him food.
I'm okay with it, Charlie. I'm gonna be petty. So I don't know. I just think it's a weird situation all around. And I don't understand why. Well, first of all, I would say to him, never, ever, ever do a favor for a friend that you
Yeah.
like. If you're gonna do a favor for a friend, just say, you know what, I'm good. Don't pay me. I'll just do this as a, you know what I mean? That's what I would do. I'm not going to do business with friends because that kind of thing happens.
Right.
And who knows who said it? Was it the friend or maybe the mother-in-law or I don't know who said to him he can't have food.
Right.
It wasn't an Italian
Charlie
one
said that.
or a Spanish one.
Or a Portuguese one either. My God.
Yeah, or a decent human being one, clearly. Let me just see if I can. So, Rick, why don't you share a favorite moment with your mom? Or you don't have to if you don't want
No,
to.
no. I'm just trying to go back and think. One thing that we used to do as a family all the time was go to the beach a lot in the summertime and the weekends, and that was always fun. But my mom, she wasn't swimming. She'll like put her feet in the water and that's it. And my dad would
Oh
try
wait,
to.
she never went swimming?
She didn't swim. Nah, nah. Charlie said, "You're not leaving, friend."
What? You know
That's
what? I'm not paying attention. I'm sending him the link in case he wants to come
Oh
up.
yeah, Charlie, come up
I
if you
just
can.
sent it to him. On Facebook, Charlie, I didn't email it to you because I'm not that coordinated.
Yeah, Italian weddings, I know, very well known for food, and Portuguese too. My cousin married an Italian. I said, "Oh, this wedding's gonna be, or the reception is gonna be epic," and it was. Oh my God, the food was insane.
I mean, I think the food makes everything. So, do
Mm.
you remember High? Oh, was it High though? Look
Oh
at
yeah.
Charlie. Charlie. Can you do this, dude? Can you do this with your phone?
What?
Can you do this with your phone? There you go, beautiful man. How you doing?
Oh, hey, what's up, guys?
Hey,
How are you?
I'm good.
your
You know
hands in
your
front of the
hand
camera.
is covering the camera. You gotta hold your doobie with the other hand and hold the
Well,
camera.
I got this over here. And
I know, but we can't see you. There you go.
Oh, okay. Don't drop the doobie.
You just got to do it with your other hand, right?
Hey,
Right.
the whole world could use a good $5 depressant right now.
I know, right?
God.
So how was your wedding? Were you
You know
cheap
what?
and not give
I
people no
told you,
food?
remember? I told you. I told Ryan, I came and I told him, I said, hey, I'm going to get married. I want you to stand in for me. And he says, yeah, where we get? I said, we'll do it on the beach in Santa Monica. Just me, you, Nat, and folks, And he looked at me and went, what are you, nuts? The guys jogging around, sweating all over the place, people throwing frisbees, dogs. Because we do it behind my house, right on the beach in Malibu. He says, we'll invite everybody,
Nice.
You wouldn't believe the people that showed up at my wedding.
Well, now you got to drop the T. What the hell is that? I would believe it.
I mean, it was insane. It was like actors, gangsters. It was like I looked up over the beach. I was like, holy shit, look who's here. Did he just get out? I'm looking.
So bad.
No, it was nice. It was like 100 people on the beach, and they had, the thing. What do they call the hopa? The thing.
And I don't know what the thing is. What is that?
The thing that you get married underneath. It was on
like
the
a
beach.
canopy,
roses all over it, and it's like
some
kind of archway dealio.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, and it was really cool. And the dolphins showed up, and they were jumping around.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw dolphins the other
Well,
day, actually.
That's when I realized the dolphins don't need to be trained to do those flippages and stuff. They do that.
All the time.
They're hanging out
Yeah.
playing.
Okay,
You
when
know.
did you get married? What month was it?
Let's see. That was shit.
Yeah, okay, never mind. We'll edit this out so your wife doesn't hear it.
I forget what month. I forget what month it was, but I know it's 16 and a half years ago. Yeah.
Has it been that long?
I went to Ryan's service recently. They had it at the DGA.
Yeah.
I come walking in, and everybody sees me and they're like, "Oh shit, Charlie's here." They're all ducking for the exits. They're all, they know, I'm about to go, and you never liked you. And I was such a gentleman. I was so well behaved. But it was funny because everybody's gathered around me and Natalie, and all of a sudden, a couple of the girls were like, "Natalie, you guys are still married? You haven't gotten rid of him yet?"
Wow.
And my wife looks at them, because that's an LA compliment. I'm sorry.
Right.
That's a showbiz compliment. You haven't gotten rid of him yet and traded up? So Natalie looks at them and goes, "Nah, we're together till the hubcaps fall off."
Yeah. You found a good one.
She's a tough lady.
It's been 16 years? Oh,
yeah, right? Isn't that crazy? 16 years.
Cool.
Yeah, that's really, really weird.
Well,
How old is your
LA
son again? How old
in LA,
is?
it's like 50.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
like 25 or something.
How old is the boy, as you call him? The boy.
He's 16 now, Ryan.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
He's like this. He's like this big.
Yeah, I don't want people to get confused, but his son's name is after his godfather.
Oh, yeah, because,
Ryan O'Neal.
Like,
so that's his son's name.
I said, "Ryan, I don't know what it's going to be." "Well, if it's a boy, it's Ryan." I said,
And
he
if
goes,
it's a girl,
"And if
it was
it's a
Ryan."
girl, it's Ryan. I said, I guess I get the picture, Hey, for all his madness and all his weirdness, my boy, he was a good guy. He was original. I've never met anyone else like him. When he was at his best, he could put me in tears, man. He could just make me crack up. He would do the most outlandish
You're still mourning about him. You're still mourning.
Yeah, it was a rough couple of years because I lost my cousin, who was like he was like my big brother, I told you how I found him. I was watching television after I came back from college, and all of a sudden there's an ad for Big Brothers of Queens, and there he is.
Wow.
I'm Charles.
You know what? You didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
didn't tell
I
me.
looked at it, I was like, "Holy shit, this is my cousin Charles." So I called the Big Brothers people. I said, "Look, here's my telephone number. Tell him this is cousin Charles. Tell him I said the friggin' call." I said that's, and then within it was like an hour, all of a sudden he called me up, and we were hanging out like it was old times. I mean,
wow.
pretty cool. And he died.
Is he
suddenly.
here now? Is he in Los Angeles now?
Well, you met him. I think you saw him. He walking around. He was like 6'5", big and handsome.
Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah. And all the ladies in the gym. "Charles, is your cousin? Is he?" I go, no, take him to dinner.
I do remember him.
I treat him like a manservant. I said, he's
A manservant.
he's game. Don't worry about it.
It's so weird because I'm having so many flashbacks of things I haven't thought about in a long time.
He was one of the funniest people. He was always with me. He was with me when I used to get in trouble.
Why are you saying was? What happened?
No, he passed away this past year.
That's right. You were saying that's right.
My dad croaked, and that was just. I never got to get right with him. I never saw the guy for 40 years, but we started talking on the phone again. Hey, what am I gonna do? "Hey, Charles, you want a clock bar? You want a candy bar? Anybody?" "I'm gonna go get some smokes. Anybody want a candy bar or something?"
You guys didn't. You couldn't talk.
And that was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
It was still uncomfortable.
Oh, I was 12 or 13. "Yeah, I'm coming. Yeah. I'll be there next week." You're sitting in the window as a little kid. You got your mom over your shoulder. "What do you love him so much for? I'm the one that stayed. Love me." It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
You did talk a lot about some stuff, but I didn't put it all in the podcast.
Well, we're smashing it in here some kind of
No,
way.
I'm glad. I just look at there are some things
Wait,
I don't always put in.
Let's get back to the guy who wouldn't give up the pictures because he couldn't get no chow at the
Go
wedding.
ahead, baby. About the
He
at
said
the
he
wedding.
deleted them, he says, supposedly.
Oh, that's just awful. You know what? I'm a big fan
Petty.
of, I like, what Michelle Obama said. You go low, I go high.
Mm.
You want to treat me like a fucking hump because you got no class. It says more about them than it says about the guy.
That's true.
You know what I mean? What he should have done was, look, here's your fucking pictures and just split.
You know what? I'm
And-
okay with his reaction. That was his friend. And I don't think he actually deleted the pictures. He might have just said it and walked away. I
Yeah,
think
but
that
just
would be the
back
better
to
thing.
send the whole family in horror to think that all of the, for what? For the month or a half, he's going to go sulk. I'm just like,
Okay, Charlie,
be a man.
his friend wouldn't give him a plate of fucking food at a
No,
wedding.
I get it. But that would have been the moment I went, what? You don't want me chowing with the swells with the guests? I would have pulled out the disc. I would have stuck it in the fucking potato salad, and I would have smell you later. Or the high class wedding they were, the chicken. I would have stuffed it in, and I would have split. I would have, go find it in the cocktail sauce.
You know what? I'm okay with. I'm okay. Like
You gotta be old time. You gotta
no, but Charlie, you're focusing on the wrong thing. His friend. Look, if you did that to me, okay. Let's say I'm doing something for you. I'm shooting. I don't shoot pictures at all. Let's say I'm doing something
I would
for
never
you.
do that.
I know you wouldn't, but if you're friends, I would never think you wouldn't, right?
I give you my plate here.
That's what I'm trying to say. So that's what he thought too. We're friends.
Now get this. You brought this up. I just remembered something. I was shooting Gentleman Bandit in Santa Monica. The guy who owned the bank gave us the bank to shoot in. He came over to me. He was like, Charlie, when did anybody ever say to you, here's the keys to the bank?
To the bank.
Yeah. So we're having dinner at the dinner break. And all of a sudden I hear that there's a problem. There's these homeless guys, they're bike craft service and blah, blah, blah. And I went, what the fuck? What's going on? And it was my birthday that day. So I walked back there and I go, what the fuck's going on? And they go, oh, these homeless guys, man, they think we're going to feed them. And I said, fucking feed them. I said, life sucks. I said, we're in their fucking house. And they're nice enough to leave us be. I said, hey, guys, what do you want? And I had a plate of my own. And Ryan was right there. And Leslie Stephenson was over there. And Ed Lauder was around, who's passed away, God rest his soul. Yep. And my producers are there. And my producer's brother, he's screaming and yelling. I said, dude, calm the fuck down. You're a millionaire. Fuck? Let the guy have something to eat, man. And I gave him my plate. I said, here, I don't need to eat tonight. I don't like working on a full stomach anyhow.
Yeah, but there's also a whole crew of food there. It's not like there's not enough. But
please, they're going to throw half of it away.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. And people get so all like pearls, clutching, whatever. I'm just saying.
I'm like, take your food and I'll tell you where to put it,
Okay, but Charlie, I'm just going back to the initial conversation.
Okay.
I'm friends with you. Yes. I am doing something for you for less than my normal amount of money because you and I are friends.
Which is basically nothing. You're doing me a solid.
But here's what I'm saying. And then I go to grab a plate at wherever we are, like you guys are having dinner. I ask if I could have some food or whatever it is. And you say, no, Carmen, we can't do that for you.
Oh, that's right out of Wedding Crashers or some shit.
Exactly.
No, it's really hysterical. It really is.
I'm throwing it down and walking out the house. There's no doubt
I can see
about
the
it.
woman off to the side go, we're not feeding the help. With the cigarette with the giant ash on it, with all the jewels.
Yeah, exactly.
Charity, dear.
Yeah. For
sure. But tell that person, whoever, somebody at that in the vicinity came up with that bullshit idea of not letting homeboy get a plate. I don't know, for whatever weird freak show.
I think it wasn't the friend who asked him to do the favor. Maybe
no.
I
guarantee you it's not the friend. He's covering for somebody, a mother-in-law or somebody who was out. I would go with whoever's paying for the chow for the wedding. That's who I would go with. Who's he?
Exactly. Okay, wait. You just dropped the phone.
What happened?
Dude, Charlie, you dropped the phone.
I'm still here. Where is it? Did I do it right?
I don't think so.
What's going
Wow,
on?
we could have planned this. Wait, what's wrong? Did you fall?
We
I don't
lost the
know.
video
I
of
dropped
Charlie,
it.
by the way, podcaster people.
I
Yeah,
dropped
his
it.
video is out.
But you can still hear me.
Yeah.
So
But
there.
why is it? But it's all black.
I don't know what I'm looking for here. Come on, this is like some newfangled BS. You know, I'm just a country bumpkin. You know,
Yeah, right. Well, you could also you could also log off and come back on, but it's okay because we're gonna wrap up soon anyway. But
hey,
you're so
why don't you
funny.
guys wrap up and talk about some niceness instead of
No,
some
don't
cheap
jump off.
lady?
I want to see your face again.
I don't know how to do it. I don't know what I'm doing here. Wait, let me. What? That's
Oh, he gone. He
He
gone.
just logged off by accident. Maybe he'll come back on. Charlie, we
Maybe.
love you. He's so funny. He could just talk and make you laugh and whatever, and you would just be engaged the whole time, and none of
Yeah.
us have to talk.
Yeah,
He's
it's
such
true.
a fucking storyteller.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone with your little ears. It might hurt. Oh my god, I swore. I could listen to him forever. Like, he's so funny to me, and he's such a
He
good
is.
storyteller.
Yeah.
I'll text him if he doesn't come back on and just make sure he's fine. But it sounded like he dropped the phone,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, because it sounded a little bit far away all of a sudden. So I was like, oh.
Okay, but I was asking you before that happened, like, who was it that was talking in the video? Was it the actual friend who asked him to do the shoot?
I wish I could remember now.
Yeah, I know what Charlie's saying, but it's a
Oh,
bad
it was just a
situation.
picture. It was just a picture. Yeah, right here.
Oh, it was a picture, and then somebody was doing a. Oh, right, it wasn't a video. It was an article or something.
Mm-hmm. Hungry photographer deletes all photos and leaves after being denied food at wedding. Wow.
Right. Okay. For some reason, I thought it was a video on TikTok, but it was a story, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was
Yep.
yeah, I don't know. I'm okay with what the guy did.
One person in Brazil, they were like, in my country, that's unheard of. You would never do such a thing to somebody.
Whatever. I would totally be. It's not about the situation. It's about you're supposedly my friend. That's where I would be like, oh, done, out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, okay, you still didn't share. I'm not going. You know me.
No, I said like we're going to the beach with my mom. Yeah. That was fun, and we would cook out there. And my dad liked to go he would search for clams and crabs, even little baby ones, and he loved seafood. I was not a huge fan, but he loved doing that.
I'm allergic, in case anyone doesn't know.
Right. In case you ever go out to dinner, no seafood place.
No seafood, unless you want to see me have a issue.
Epilepsy.
Well, I do have my EpiPen always. Yep. And notifications. But anyway.
Yeah.
So cool. I mean, I don't remember going to the beach as a kid. I'm sure we did, but I don't really remember. Which kind of bums me out or whatever. Okay, did you hear about the Transformer movie thingamajiggy?
No.
You haven't heard the unbelievable praise of the new Transformer movie that is animated and starring Chris Hemsworth, Scarlett Johansson, John Hamm, Lawrence Fishburne. Are you really serious? You haven't heard about it?
No,
I thought because it was animated, you and Tony and all of you boys would be, and it got great reviews. It premiered. I don't think it's out yet. I think it's coming out in July for some reason. I'm really surprised.
No, the only thing that
you don't follow Chris Hemsworth. You don't follow my beautiful man. That's why.
I don't know if I do. No, I think I do because I saw a picture of him. He was with his family, and there was like a display with a Thor's hammer in it, and he joked and said, like, I could have called that to me if I wanted to.
Okay, so clearly you do not pay attention to his stream every single day, because if you're a true fan of the beautiful Mr. Chris Hemsworth, not that I'm saying I am. No, clearly I am. But yeah, so I didn't even know they were doing this, but it's animation. So, it's not my thing, but everyone is giving it great reviews and stuff. So aren't you a Transformer person?
I mean, I liked it, but I wasn't like a huge fan. I think Tony probably was more than I was. So
okay, well, it'll be interesting if we talk to Tony again. No, I don't mean that was if I said if Tony. No, so that's totally cool.
But yeah, Optimus Prime, whoever that actor is, he has like that amazing voice. Sounds so cool.
But I think I don't know what because I don't really care about Transformers at all. Yeah, I love Chris Hemsworth and Scarlett Johansson and Lawrence Fishburne for sure. I could take or leave John Hamm on any day. I know people gonna freak out about that, but I don't really care. So I don't know what part Chris Hemsworth and Scarlett Johansson are playing or what they're doing. So, but we'll see if Tony knows anybody. I thought I would just mention that. But yeah, other than that, you got anything you want to talk about? Because I hit all my stuff. Oh, I do have something else, but go ahead. I do have one other thing.
This, unfortunately, is not a good thing, but a guy that used to watch a lot of his videos, YouTube, he had like 3 million
Oh, yeah, he
followers,
died.
1 billion views on his, the car accident. His car rolled and rolled, and because of the injuries, he ended up dying. And I was like, I just watched this dude 3 days ago.
No, but why don't you tell people what his name is?
So he was known as Comic Storian, but his real name was Ben Potter. And tons of videos, he would like retell the comic book stories, but not just like like he would animate it, do different voices and everything, and be all animated, and it was fun to listen to him. And it's like he's gone. Like what? It was only 40 years old. So it's like it was shocked me. Like right before bed is when I heard it, and I was like, I'm gonna go sleep now. Like,
yeah. I didn't know who he was, but because I follow a lot of YouTubers, especially when I worked on a different podcast as a producer, we had to know all the top people, whatever. I thought that was sad, but he was in a car accident. So it's not even like he was sick but it was a true accident. And, I don't even want to say, may he rest in peace, because I never even followed him that much. You know what I mean? Like I just didn't, but I'm like, that's just wrong. Like, it has nothing to do with his billions of views. Like, I don't even care about all that, but it's just, he was providing kind of a cool thing for people.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know if he was a good person or not, but I'm like,
seemed like he had a wife that adored him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but
And
there
his
are other
best-
people I would prefer. Sorry, to be in a car accident and you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, his best friend, who also does kind of the same thing, and I actually watched this other guy a lot more because I don't know, he's got this really cool sounding voice, but he did a video and I said, watch more.
I'm
My brain,
sorry.
Comics Explained is the name of the channel. Now his actual name is escaping me.
No, that's cool.
But he did a video, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna need tissues. And yeah, he was crying. I was crying. I was like, oh man, this is so sad.
I'm just okay promoting people that
Yeah,
that's why I asked. Yeah.
And
so he did a video about his friend.
Yeah, and he said they started about the same time, and their birthdays within a few days of each other, something like that. So he was like, it was like we were meant to be friends. And yeah, it was tough. It's tough.
Yeah, that's kind of a downer, Rick. I don't know how to make that joyful, but thank you for sharing. No, I'm just kidding.
Joyful part is live life today to the fullest, because you never know.
Or just live life to the fullest, because what's the other choice? I'm just saying.
But people act like they're going to live forever. You don't know that.
Yeah, I know. But and again, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying this is what I mean by living in a place of joy or from a place of joy. It's like that saying is great, but it comes from a place of fear. Oh, I don't want to die, so I better live in joy. It kind of is counterintuitive in a way. My thing is do it because it's a better way to live.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And you have joy within you. It's not something you have to find. You just got to train yourself to use it. And I always say that happiness is external, right? And I didn't come up with that. I don't know who did, but I grabbed onto it. And, I get a piece of chocolate cake and I'm extremely happy when I eat it because I love chocolate cake. I get a bonus at work. I'm happy because I got acknowledged for the work I do. Happiness is an external thing.
Yeah.
Right? Happiness is something that when it happens, it's because, oh my God, I saw a rainbow. That's external. But joy is within you, and it's something you've got to figure out how, in whatever circumstance you're in, you got to find that little piece of light, silver lining, whatever you want to call it, hope, and learn to live from there so that no matter what happens to you, you can find your way through it. And that's what I did growing up, not because I'm smarter or better than anyone else. It's just, it was something that I had to figure out. Or because of survival, right? And then you hone it.
Yeah.
And what's that noise?
Motorcycle somewhere.
Oh my God. Are our speakers and mics that deep? God,
This is a good microphone.
Damn.
But it's like,
I
why not live in joy? Why not?
But that's what I just said. I think it's hard because people enjoy misery and accidents and
Mm,
yuckiness more. And I don't know why that's a natural thing that all humans do. Like if there's an accident on the street, everybody
yeah.
slows down. But no one's jumping out to help or whatever, but everyone's like, "Oh my, what's happening?" They'll
Hmm.
stop, and now what I think is worse, stop and take pictures or
Mm,
video. Now I understand that a lot of those videos have helped clarify some issues, especially when it comes to like, bad things happening um but there's a weirdness that we are fascinated by negativity.
yeah.
And I told you this before. I get more views when I'm screaming and yelling at someone. And this is for everyone, by the way. Every person is doing a podcast or doing a YouTube video, whatever. You get more views when there's all this conflict and anger and negativity. But it's really hard to get views if you're not doing either something niche
Hmm.
and, like I'm teaching you how to, I was going to say weed, but I don't know what that is. Like weed
Yeah.
your garden or like doing something that's really, oh, knit is what I meant. Like there's so many YouTube channels on how to knit and whatever. So you get followers if there's a niche. You get followers if there's tragedy or somebody's beating up somebody else or
Yep.
somebody's yelling at somebody else. But just having a channel that's about joy and fun, and I'm not just talking about this channel. I'm
Hmm.
talking about like, even there was a news show one time that was trying to just be like, oh, this is only news about good stuff.
Hmm.
The reason why we don't know it is because it's off the air. It got off the air like within
Yeah.
a
I
second.
used I used to hear, like, remember when we used to have newspapers? I mean, they're probably still out there somewhere, but
Oh, like when they
um,
used to put them on
yeah,
your front door in the morning.
exactly. And somebody would say, "Why don't they make a newspaper which us just all good news?" Because it said because it'll never survive.
And I'm sure people have tried it and it didn't survive, and that's why we don't have it. And I don't know what that's about. I don't think that's a flaw in who we are as humans, but there's got to be, I'm sure there's some sociological, you know, experiment or whatever that they've done to figure out why that is, because it
Mm.
seems to be everyone of every
Yeah,
generation.
yeah.
Um, but I think all that negativity ends up being in we absorb it. This is just my theory. That's why I don't watch horror films. I don't, like I'm very careful what I digest and
Mhm,
people I'm around, like toxicity does not work for me because I think all of that we absorb it and then it makes
mhm,
it harder for us to find that little light of joy because
mhm,
it's all
yeah,
piled in with our own crap, with our
mhm,
own things that we're dealing with. So
yeah,
I had a client the other day, it was this week, who said to me, how come you don't know that? How come you don't know that? I'm like, because off the top of my head, I don't care how much your mortgage is. You know what I mean? I'm like, I will look it up for you and let you know, but I don't have that information. Now, if you want to ask me what my payment is, I can tell you because that's my payment. You know what I mean?
right,
Like
yeah,
I'm gonna walk around and have everybody's mortgage. Like that's my, job to start with. It's not, but like, how am I gonna know that?
right. My brain's always been that way where it's like, if I don't really need that information, it just discards it and I forget it. Like, I just don't need it. Why am I gonna cram all this stuff? No, for what? I don't need to know that. I already got enough issues with regular stuff I gotta remember, let alone
Right.
all this other stuff. Nah.
And it's not necessary. You can look it up. Because my
Right.
question is, if it's such an emergency, how come you don't motherfucking know your own mortgage that you pay every
Hello.
month? You know what I mean? Like, it's
Mhm,
just a weird thing, but that's also taking in like toxicity.
mhm,
Like I'm not gonna get upset that he asked it and I told him I don't got it. I will get it to you in a couple of hours,
mhm,
you know. But it's that weird thing where people just pile on, and you're right, you got to just take it in and let it out because that also adds to the negativity of who we are.
mhm. Yeah.
I'm just glad I've learned how to do that at a young age because I don't know what I'd be. I don't know what I would be like now
Mhm.
if I hadn't been able to be the person I was growing up. I mean, I
Mhm.
wish things were different,
Right.
but not the growth I had because of it. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah, I mean, they always say we are a product of what we've been through, you know?
Mhm. That's
So it
true.
it molds us and makes us who we are today, you know? If things were different, we'd be a different person, literally.
Okay, going back to our moms and stuff, I was thinking about this, not to bring it down, but it's actually, I was trying to find a way to move through it. It's when I asked you about the birthday thing, when I was freaking out, I thought about this. I'm like, I wonder what I would be like if my mother had lived.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And I don't think I'd be a better person. I don't think I'd be a worse person, but the story would be different. That's what I think.
Or another monkey wrench. What if your dad was in the picture?
But you see what I mean? Like, I don't think I'd be a better person. I think if after my mom died and after a few years of getting back on track, I found out who my father was, that might have been a more horrible thing. Because I don't think I could have ever dealt with that very well. I wasn't mature enough. You know what I mean? I don't think I still am, actually, to tell you the truth. But I still think, or I would hope to think, I'd still be the same person. But you don't know.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
know?
the core of you is you are who you are, but
Are you
there'll be
though? Because
some different.
environment changes things, right?
Yeah. I mean, they say by the age of 3, your personality's set already by age at least 3.
So if you're a bitch today, you've been a bitch since you were 3.
Yep.
Okay, then.
Exactly.
I don't know. I know nothing of these things. And I wonder, is that really true? Who's they? Like scientists?
I've heard many people say that.
Really?
Yeah.
But can you change? Wouldn't
I mean,
environment have
it's
a lot to do with that?
if you consciously try to, yeah. And that's why I've always said, like, all right, parenting, if you just let everything go, let them do whatever they want, just go crazy. And then when they're a little bit older, then you said, oh, now I'm going to start to discipline. It's too late. You got to
Right.
start from the beginning. Yeah, but they're just babies. I ain't saying to kill the child, but you got to show them I'm the boss and you are the
Right.
child.
Well, that's because a lot of parents today, I've been saying this for a long time, they want to be friends
That's right.
because whatever trauma they went through with their parents, they want to change it somehow. And it's from a good place. It's not from a bad place, but people need structure.
Yeah.
I know people hate to say that, but like, oh no, I'm freestyling. But when you were growing up, you needed some structure to make wiser decisions.
Yeah.
You can
There's
see
a
animals in the wild don't do that either. There is structure,
oh
with a
yeah.
baby elephant and a mama elephant.
There's a gospel singer, Vicky Winans. She's pretty famous in the gospel world, and she said, "All these parents make me sick." Talking about, I'm just gonna talk to him. I'm just gonna talk to him. She goes, "Yeah, you're gonna be talking to him through a jail cells, but you're gonna be
Right.
doing."
Is that what she's?
She said
It's
that.
the Winans, right? They are very.
Yeah. Yep.
Uh, that's true though. But you look at, I'm not questioning parenting because I don't want to hear anyone tell me you're not a parent, so you don't know. You know what? Here's the thing. I am not a parent, so I do know because I can be objective because I was a kid once and I still remember what it's like to be a kid. And I keep telling some of my friends who are parents, I think a protective gene comes out that needs to come out when you become a parent and you forget what it's like to be 10 and you forget what it's like to be 5. I
Yeah.
don't have that protective thing. I don't.
Because
I'm not a mother.
I remember before I had a kid, and I'm like, I'm so empathetic. I could understand, blah blah blah. I get it. Then when you have the kid, and everybody always tells you before, you don't get it until you have a kid. No, I understand. I could get it. I get it. Nah, you really don't. When you have the kid, it changes. Then you really do. They're right. Then you will understand. It's just
Yeah.
something
Well, I'm not
changes.
trying to say I understand from the point of view of a parent. I would
Right.
never claim that. But when I look at parenting, I can tell which person sucks at as a parent and which one. And let me tell you this, I always bring this up too. It's also with like pet parents, people who have dogs. I have this thing.
Ooh, yes.
It's the same thing. I can tell who sucks as a parent and who does not easily. I can see it as clear as day from the point of view of a non-parent because it's a weird thing. I was just talking to my friend Cynthia about this. We went on a walk on Saturday, and she's actually a veterinarian. And we were talking about this, and she's like, "No, you're not wrong." And she has tons of pets. You know what I mean? And it's this weird thing where people are not. They're more worried about how they're handling or coping or dealing with whatever issue they're dealing with, and generally taking it out on the kid. You know what I mean? Like the overreaction to parents from kids doing certain things is and pets doing certain is ridiculous. And then the lack of acknowledgement of what some kids are doing You know, it's the other side of the coin. I'm
Mhm.
like, what is wrong with you? It's kind of like what Miss Winan said, right? Like, wait, your kid just said F you to you and you ain't going. That's the
Ah!
worst thing. When I see kids swearing at their
See how
parents,
mad I get just saying that? No. Not today. No.
I'm just saying a 5-year-old is not going to disrespect
Mm-mm.
me or a parent. A 10-year-old is not going to be disrespectful to their parent. A 15-year-old is not going to be disrespectful to their parent. I can go on and on. But when a parent sits there and takes it, okay.
I don't even get that.
Because they remember what it was like. Okay, so this is my perspective. When you're a little kid growing up the way I did growing up, and I was safe from this, but I watched it. I was safe from it because my mother wasn't around, right? Which is not a good thing. But you would see kids try to talk back or try to whatever, and I'm not an advocate for this, but they would either be beaten with a belt, right?
Mhm.
Which I am not an advocate of that. I was never hit as a kid. And or punished to the nth degree, like a month and you cannot see your friends or whatever. Like there would be no, let's have a conversation about what just happened. When
Right.
you spoke to me in that tone, when you swore at me, how did that make you feel, little Billy? Let me tell you how it made me feel. Like, okay, mom, I'm going to just do it again tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're just going to have a conversation about it.
When I first heard the concept of time out, I was like, what the heck is that? Some white people thing? What is that? Time out. What is that? No, I'm serious. Like, because my father, you just look at him weird.
That's what
Bam! You got
yeah.
swacked. Ooh.
Yeah. Look at in my neighborhood, a lot of people got hit a lot. Look at Melanie. Did Melanie just say that? To say the least. Yeah. I think in my neighborhood, there was people who got hit a lot. And, anyways, I think I was traumatized by knowing so many people who did get hit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I did big time.
But my mother used, and this I do remember, it was like that side eye. You know what I mean? Like, and it's that joke from, it's not a joke from, it's Eddie Murphy in, I think it's Raw. I forget which one of his episodes from a long time ago, where he's talking about like his mom would be like, "Go to your room. Are you crying? If you're crying, I'm gonna make you cry even harder, whatever." And I can't do the whole Eddie Murphy thing, but it always cracks me up when he does this whole bit about his mother. And I remember that, like, you would be crying and like, and then my mother would come in and be like, "I'm gonna make you cry for real."
Hey, Tony.
Oh, hey, Tony. It's okay. We didn't need you. Nah, just kidding. We had Charlie. Charlie trumps you every day of the week and twice on Sunday, baby. No, I'm just kidding. I love you, baby. It's okay. I invited you, right? Like if you wanted to come. It wasn't mandatory, but I appreciate you, baby. I'm just kidding. Charlie doesn't trump you.
Oh, how weird.
My previous comment didn't show up on your stream, but it is on YouTube. No, did you? I thought we read it. You said to say the least. Was there another comment, Melanie?
Oh, maybe there was, because that is like a part of a sentence.
Let me
She's been
close
having
this.
issues on my videos too with the Facebook. She said the Facebook comments wouldn't come through. So I don't know what that's about. It's weird.
Let me just see if I can see it here on the side.
Yeah, I'm looking. I don't see it
Yeah,
on your
I
stream
can't
at all.
see it. Melanie, thank you for letting us know. I'll take this out of the audio, but I'm not seeing it because there's like a master comment area. Whoa, what just happened? Oh, she said it was one before that one. So she said something else. Are you able to see it on YouTube?
Oh, yeah. I see. Yeah.
What does it say? It's from Melanie, right?
Oh, well, I know. I just see the not disposable, to say the least. My previous comment didn't show up. But there was one that I don't remember before, blurry red eyes. I don't remember her saying that before.
Yeah, the photograph.
She said
did
that
say,
before?
I
Oh,
acknowledge
okay.
that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't see it on Facebook or on YouTube either.
Hi, Tony on Twitch now. Hi. He's so cute. Okay, well, I don't know. I don't see it on we'll figure it out. I'll go check it out after and see if I can see it. But Rick's looking at it right now. We'll figure it out. But why it would be on her end? It's happening on your show too?
Yeah, I don't see it on my YouTube.
No, I mean when you're on your show, which airs
Oh,
every
with
day.
on mine, she said a lot of times the Facebook doesn't show up, the comments. And then I'll go on Facebook and look and I'm like, oh yeah, there's the comments, but it doesn't come through on Restream. Weird.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I'll go check it out and see if I can figure it out. But I wonder if is it only Melanie on yours?
I don't have most people watch me on YouTube, so
Oh,
maybe.
okay. All right, we'll figure it out. I don't know. There's always some glitch in the matrix. You know what I mean?
Oh yes.
Like, there's a strange glitch in the matrix.
Just like Charlie had a glitch and couldn't see him no more.
That was funny. You know what? I wonder if he texts me. You know, I'll talk to him in a minute. That was funny. That was fun having him on. I just was mesmerized. Like,
it's so funny too, because I've had a feeling if we ask him, I bet you he'll come on. I just had a feeling he would.
but you know what? I try not to ask everyone all the time.
Right.
And if I do ask people, I just do it in the blind CC, so they know I'm not asking like they have to. And I'm going to be honest with you. I wanted some time, just you and me. It's been a long time since it's been just you and me.
Yeah, just you and I.
The thing is, you always just sing like 3 seconds of a song. And I'm like just about to get into it thinking you're going to sing. And you just cut it off. What's that song? Is that the Jackson 5?
No, I think it's a husband and wife, I think.
Okay, sing more of it.
Well, he says just you and I, and she goes, just you and I, making our dreams together, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I think I had some friends sing that at my wedding, actually. I had a whole ton of songs at my wedding.
Wait.
It was a concert.
You don't remember everything. And then, I asked Charlie, when did he get married? He's like, I was like, oh my God, I shouldn't have asked. I have to remember not to ask people
Edit.
like specific dates. I know, like it's so mean to put people on the spot. Someone asked me the other day, when was I married? I'm like, I don't know. It was like 2004 or something. I didn't remember either. Asked me when I was divorced though. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, it was December. It was 2004. I actually got married in 2001. See, I don't even remember, because when you're over it, you're over it. It's just part of your life now, and you just let it blend in. It's not important.
It's easier for me because my ex immediately got pregnant. Like immediately got pregnant.
Like divinely, or
like on the honeymoon, it already happened because she started getting sick. Not motion sickness, it was morning sickness.
Right.
And so he was born in June, and we got married in October. So yeah.
It's just how funny how you say it. She got pregnant, like it was a divine intervention.
Oh, you know why I say that like that? I should explain. So my dad and my brother, when they got married and said we want to have kids, it took both of them years before they got pregnant.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, I guess it's a Costa thing. Oh no, I'm healthy. Bam, it happened right away.
Right. So Melanie just said, I took a screenshot. I will send it after the show. The comment is on my Android tablet where I sent it from, but not on my iPhone.
That's because Android rules. I'm just saying.
Okay. I was going to say that, but that's just true. You know what I'm saying? But that's an odd situation happening, that it's showing up on her screen, but not on our end. Okay, that'll be good to look into. Thank you, Melanie. And if you send me the screenshot, I will also ask Restream, because they're in my side pocket now. They're cool now. So I don't have any more issues with them. Thank you, Jesus. But okay, cool. I didn't even realize we were past the 1 hour mark, because you didn't remind me, which is the only thing you need to do.
We're just having so much fun.
It's going to be really fun when I ask you to edit everything. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. But okay, cool. Any last words before we end for the week?
Hug.
You know what's so sad? Wait. Let me just tell you. I now announce that I'm going to go where we're going to close up and we get more followers. People like to wait, and maybe it's because they like to wait an hour or something, or they just come home or something. I don't know what the deal is, but
as long as they don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Excuse me.
It's so sneaky. I love it. Wait, did you get the hat yet? Don't say what the hat is I'm talking about.
No, it says Friday.
Wow, that's pretty bad too. It takes a long time.
Yeah, I wonder why. Mm.
I don't know. It's okay. We'll figure it out, but I'm hoping by July.
Stay tuned to find out what that means.
Stay tuned. Figure out what we're talking about. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much. It was so lovely to have you all here today. It was fun to have Charlie. Charlie, thank you so much. I'm gonna text you in a minute to make sure you're okay. I'm such a good friend. He could be like on the ground, in the sidewalk, and waiting. You know what I mean? Melanie.
Sounds
And
like
now
a
it's time to
song.
say goodbye to all of our company.
That's a song? Is that a song? That sounds
I
like a
don't
song.
know. She's so
I can't
sweet.
think of what it is.
Because we're not good enough. We don't know. But yes, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you, everyone. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, or hate us. It's great too, which is so awesome. But remember, it's all about the joy, and we'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.
See ya.